Finally, God is exposing your uncle. Your uncle is you can't believe. My dear child, if you believe in angels, start this video and watch it completely. Angel says, this is the moment you were never supposed to see. The revelation that was hidden from you all these years. And yet heaven itself has decided you cannot live another day without knowing it. Archangel Michael says, finally, God is exposing your uncle. The veil is being torn away. The masks are being ripped apart. And what you are about to understand will leave you trembling. Your uncle is not who you believed him to be. Your uncle is not the gentle face he showed to the family. Not the loyal image he portrayed to the world. Not the comforting presence you thought you could trust. No, your uncle is something else entirely. And God Himself says it is time to reveal it, because if you don't see it now, you will remain bound in chains that were secretly wrapped around your life through him. You can't believe what's about to be said. And yet your spirit knows. Your heart knows. The truth has always been circling you, trying to break through. And now Michael says, open this immediately, because if you delay, the enemy will use your ignorance against you. From the very beginning, before you were born, your family carried secrets. Heaven tried to warn them, but they ignored the signs. A bloodline curse slipped through. And your uncle became the vessel through which darkness worked. He wasn't chosen by God for that role, he yielded himself to it. And while others thought he was a man of respect, God saw the darkness in his heart. He carried envy toward you. Envy that was unexplainable. Envy that turned into actions against you. You never understood why certain doors would slam shut for you while they opened for others. You never understood why certain people doubted you. Why lies spread about you. Why there always seemed to be an invisible hand pulling you down every time you tried to rise. That hand was your uncle's, and now God says, enough. Archangel Michael says, this exposure comes with urgency. Heaven has deliberated, and the records of what your uncle has done have been opened. The angels wept as they read them, because they saw how close you came to destruction without ever realizing the source. Your uncle is the one who planted suspicion around your name. Your uncle is the one who spoke ill of you behind your back. Your uncle is the one who smiled in your face while seeding doubt into others about your character. Your uncle is the one who handed pieces of your destiny over to strangers because he thought you didn't deserve them. He couldn't stand the light on you, because every time he looked at you, he saw the favor of God, the favor he never carried. And it broke him with jealousy. God says, I watched him plot. I watched him pretend to bless you while secretly blocking you. I saw him divert opportunities that were meant for you. I saw him whisper to others to turn them against you. And though you were left broken and confused, I allowed it for a time, because I was writing something greater. But that time is now over. No more secret plots. No more hidden sabotage. No more lies. Finally, God is exposing your uncle. And when you see the truth, you will understand why the last years of your life felt so heavy. It was him. You can't believe it, can you? It shakes you to even imagine. But your spirit knows. The uneasiness you felt around him was real. The way your energy shifted in his presence was real. The subtle tension in conversations, the way he downplayed your victories, the way he laughed when you were in pain, all of it was part of his hidden truth. And God says, you must not run from this revelation. Don't close your eyes. Don't push this away because the exposure is not here to wound you. It is here to free you. You were tied to him spiritually and those ties weakened you. The angel of the Lord says, we are cutting those cords now. Your uncle is the one who knew more about your life than he let on. He carried secrets from the family and he used them like weapons. He made deals in silence. He carried papers with your name on them. He signed things that affected your inheritance. He blocked what was rightfully yours. He convinced others that you didn't deserve certain blessings and they believed him because he carried the mask of authority. But God saw it and now God is overturning it. The papers with your name are being rewritten in heaven. What was stolen is being restored. What was hidden is being revealed. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. Archangel Michael says, your uncle is not untouchable. He thought no one would ever see. He thought no one would ever know. He thought he could hide behind reputation and family ties. But now heaven itself has said enough. Exposure is coming like a flood. He will not be able to contain it. He will not be able to silence it. The truth will come out in ways you cannot imagine. Documents will appear. Conversations will leak. People will suddenly admit what they knew. And every mask he wore will shatter. And when it happens, you will feel two things: pain and freedom. Pain because you can't believe your own uncle carried this against you. Freedom because you will finally understand why your path was so heavy. You will finally know why things kept breaking apart. You will finally see the enemy behind the curtain. And once you see it, you will never be bound by it again. God says, this revelation will shock the entire family. Some will deny it at first. Some will defend him. Some will try to silence you, but do not fear. Heaven backs you. The angels stand with you. Michael himself has drawn his sword to protect you. Nothing they say or do will block this exposure. God says, I am tearing the veil, and when I do, everyone will know the truth. You wondered why certain blessings were delayed. You wondered why your finances struggled. You wondered why relationships crumbled. You wondered why you couldn't seem to get free. It was your uncle's interference. He tied things in the spirit. He carried bitterness toward you. He spoke word curses over your name. But those curses are breaking right now. Heaven is releasing you. You are being untied. You are being set free. Do you feel it? The heaviness lifting even as you read these words. That's because Archangel Michael is working. He is cutting cords. He is severing chains. He is dismantling the structures your uncle built in the spirit against you. You are being cleansed. You are being restored. You are being covered in light. This exposure is not the end of you. It is the beginning of your rise. Finally, God is exposing your uncle. Finally, the truth is being revealed. Finally, your destiny is being unblocked. No more chains, no more lies, no more hidden enemies. The truth is yours. The freedom is yours. The blessing is yours. And this is the moment heaven has been waiting for. You can't believe it now. But soon you will see it with your own eyes. The truth is undeniable. The exposure is unstoppable. And your victory is unshakable. God says, I have spoken and it is so. God says, this is not a coincidence. This is not an accident. This is not something that came across your eyes by chance. This is divine timing. This is an urgent word being carried by Archangel Michael himself for you alone because heaven has decided the time of hiding is over. Archangel Michael says, finally, God is exposing your uncle. Your uncle is not who you thought he was. For years, the truth has been buried under smiles, under laughter, under false love, under carefully crafted appearances that made you doubt your own intuition. But God has been watching. God has been recording. And God has been waiting for the exact moment when you would be strong enough to see the truth. And that moment is now. You can't believe what is about to be revealed. But heaven says whether you are ready or not, the veil must be lifted because this is the hour of divine exposure. This is the time of truth and your uncle can no longer keep his secret covered. Open immediately because what God is showing you in this very moment will change everything you thought you knew, everything you thought was stable, everything you thought was safe. Because the truth has been buried deep, but it has reached maturity and heaven is no longer tolerating the lies. Archangel Michael has been circling your family for years. He has been standing at the gates of your life with a drawn sword, guarding you from things you did not see, protecting you from the very schemes that were designed in darkness to take you down. There were nights you felt something strange in your spirit. Nights you couldn't sleep. Nights your chest felt heavy and you didn't understand why. It wasn't random. It was Michael standing watch, pushing back the attacks, intercepting what was being launched against you in the spiritual realm. And now he says, the reason he has been so close to you is because of the one you least expected. God is exposing your uncle. Your uncle has been hiding, laughing, pretending, but heaven says no more. His plans have come to the surface. His intentions can no longer be disguised. And God says, you can't believe it because your heart trusted what your spirit tried to warn you about. You wanted to see good. You wanted to believe love. You wanted to ignore the signs. But now those signs are flashing so bright you can't close your eyes anymore. God says, I am the revealer of secrets. I am the God who sees in the dark. I am the one who hears what they whisper when they think no one is listening. I am the one who watches what they do when they believe the night covers them. I have seen your uncle's hands. I have seen his thoughts. I have seen his dealings. I have seen the way he used his words like weapons, smiling to your face, but piercing your destiny behind. What to happen involves your name. Your life, your freedom. A top government official has been secretly briefed about you. Not because you did anything wrong, but because someone made sure your name ended up in the wrong hands. This is bigger than gossip. This is deeper than rumors. This is a spiritual setup that is about to spill into the physical world. God says this is not the time to stay silent. This is not the time to act like everything is okay. I am trying to get your attention and I will not stop until you hear me. I've sent dreams, signs, warnings, delays. But now you are out of time. Something is coming. Something orchestrated. Someone made a false report. Someone planted your name into a system you don't even know exists. There is a file being opened about you that you never expected to exist. A file meant to manipulate truth, a file meant to twist your character. A file that paints you as a suspect when in fact you were the victim all along and the one who made sure your name was there. She is the same woman you once trusted. The same one who pretended to care. She smiled to your face. She offered support. But behind closed doors, she fed your life into the jaws of those who hate your light. She gave your name to the wrong people. She planted seeds of suspicion. She wanted to watch you fall. She wanted the glory of your name to be dragged. She made deals in silence. She wore your secrets like armor only to turn them into weapons. But now heaven is responding. Archangel Michael has been dispatched. The sword of truth has been unshaved. No more will lies be permitted to sit in silence. No more will the wicked prosper while the innocent are pushed to the edge. That is why a top government official is asking questions about you, because something about your name stirred their spirit. Something about the information they were given didn't feel right. That's the Holy Spirit intervening on your behalf. There are investigations happening in silence. There are meetings you know nothing about. And in those rooms, your name has come up. Your face has been seen. Your background has been scanned. But what they didn't expect was the supernatural presence hovering around your life. There's a glow they can't explain. There's protection they don't understand. And now they are being pulled into your story by divine design. Don't be afraid, you are not going to jail. You are not going to be punished. But you are being tested. God is showing you who this woman really is. The one who sold you out. The one who disguised herself as light. The one who knew your weak spots and aimed for them. She has been working with people who have authority. People who don't belong near your name, but they are about to see something they never expected. God is going to expose the truth in such a dramatic way that even they will fall to their knees in awe. There's a video, an email, a voice recording. Something tangible is about to come to light. Evidence that proves you are innocent. Evidence that shows how your name was used. Evidence that traces back to her. She thought she covered her tracks. She thought deleting texts would erase the crime, but heaven keeps records no one can erase. Every lie has a time stamp. Every betrayal has a witness. And now the divine courtroom has been opened. Michael says, this is not a drill. There is an alert being sounded in the heavens. There is a countdown you can't see. That's why this message feels so heavy. That's why your chest feels tight, your breath shallow, your spirit on edge. You're not paranoid. You're spiritually sensitive. You can feel the pressure building. You can feel the veil thinning. And now the moment has arrived. Someone is watching you closely right now, not to harm you, but to figure you out. They are trying to decide who you are, what your role is in this storm. They are being spiritually pulled into your presence. They feel conflicted because what they were told doesn't match the energy they feel around you. That's God. That's the angels. That's the light of truth refusing to be buried. But God says, now I must show you who she really is. This woman has been standing between you and your next level for years. Her jealousy was silent but deadly. Her praise of you was always laced with poison. She didn't want you to grow. She didn't want you to thrive. She wanted you dependent, confused, distracted. And she knew the only way to truly stop you was to attach your name to chaos you never signed up for. She thought you wouldn't find out. She thought no one would believe you. But now even the government official assigned to your case is having dreams. God is visiting them in the night. God is stirring their conscience. God is placing your image in their mind until they are too uncomfortable to stay quiet. Michael is organizing a divine reversal. The very plan meant to trap you is about to expose her. The arrest she hoped would come for you is circling back to her door. The accusations will bounce back. The lies will be untangled. God says, I am stepping in. I am defending you and I will not allow your name to be dragged any longer. You don't owe her forgiveness right now. You owe yourself the truth. You owe your soul the freedom to finally see what your spirit already sensed. She was never for you. She clapped for your wins but quietly resented your rise. She pretended to help but she was collecting information. And when the time came, she used it. But heaven took notice. And now angels are rerouting everything. That's why the official wants to meet you. Not to harm you, but to hear from you, to see what's real, because they know something is off. You are not what they were told. You are not a threat. You are chosen. And that changes everything. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. God says, don't run. Don't hide, don't panic. I'm giving you peace that passes understanding. You may not know what to say when they call, but the Holy Spirit will speak for you. Don't fear exposure. You were born for truth. The light is your home. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No trap set for your downfall will succeed. No scheme birthed in jealousy will end your story. She made one mistake. She touched a child of God. She dared to interfere with divine destiny and now she must answer for it. God is not cruel. But God is just and the truth must rise. Archangel Michael is hovering now. Sword drawn, wings extended. His presence is thick in your atmosphere. That's why you've been feeling spiritual pressure. It's protection, not punishment. God surrounded you before the attack even started. You didn't know how close you were to destruction, but heaven did. That's why the exposure had to happen now. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Not to humiliate her, but to deliver you. Not to shame her, but to break the chains around your name. What she did was deep, but God's mercy runs deeper. What she planned was dark. But your light cannot be dimmed. You are not a criminal. You are not in danger. You are in transition. From being questioned to being elevated. From suspicion to clarity. From the shadow of accusation into the brilliance of vindication. The next 24 to 72 hours are crucial. Do not ignore strange messages. Do not dismiss conversations that seem too odd to be random. Pay attention to dreams. Pay attention to sudden urges to check certain platforms or emails. Divine clues are being released to guide you. And when you feel the pull to pray, do it immediately because heaven is synchronizing your path. You were almost destroyed by something you didn't cause. But God refused to let that happen. You were almost swallowed by a system that doesn't even know your heart. But the angels stood in the way. You were almost arrested for a crime you didn't commit. But now the one who started it all is being pulled into the spotlight. God is reversing it. Heaven is writing a new report. The false witness is trembling. The official is watching. Your name is shifting realms. Your reputation is being restored. Your spirit is being washed clean from the weight of this war. You will look back at this moment and weep. Not because of fear, but because of how close you came to the edge and didn't fall. Not because of who hurt you, but because of how powerfully you were protected. This is your rescue. This is your redemption. This is your divine alert. Archangel Michael says, don't ignore this. Don't click away. Don't treat this lightly. The warning has been sounded. The alarm is divine. The clock is ticking. And now heaven has spoken. What happens next is in your hands. The 3 hours have passed and heaven is still watching to see what you do next. The trap that was laid for you has not vanished. But because you paused, because you allowed heaven to speak, something changed. The enemy is nervous now. She, the woman who wrapped her schemes in sweetness, is beginning to feel something slipping through her fingers. She thought you would fall in. She thought your trust would blind you. She thought her performance would fool you, but it didn't. Not fully. Your soul started shaking when you read the last word of the warning. Your spirit started trembling when you looked at her name afterward. Something inside you knew. And now the veil has started to lift. God says you were seconds away, one conversation, one visit, one agreement away from stepping into her web. But the angels intercepted. The divine order was activated. Archangel Michael stood behind you with fire in his voice and said, "No more distractions. This one belongs to heaven." And heaven agreed. The council of the righteous roared in victory because one more soul, you escaped the counterfeit light. But your freedom isn't just about escape. It's about awakening. Now begins the real unveiling. This message is no longer a warning, it is a revelation. Heaven is not just exposing a trap. You're being shown your spiritual rank. You're not just a survivor. You're a spiritual warrior. You are marked, protected, and called. And for the rest of your days, the enemy will fear what you just avoided. You were supposed to be silenced, bound, delayed. She was sent to disconnect you from your divine alignment. Her words were spells dressed as suggestions. Her gifts were doorways to compromise. Her energy was designed to mirror yours, so perfectly that you would mistake imitation for intimacy. But now her mask is falling one by one. The people she spoke with are starting to see her. The charm she used to bind others is fading. The spiritual veil she used to disguise her jealousy is thinning. Her words are being turned back upon her, and the things she whispered about you in the dark are becoming her own mirrors. God is flipping the script. The trap she set is being restructured. It will not hold you, but it will hold her. Because heaven's law is just, and when a person continuously tries to entangle a child of God, when she refuses to stop, when she manipulates and deceives with calculated intention, God intervenes with finality. You may feel strange emotions. Now relief, but also grief, clarity, but also sorrow. That's normal because part of you wanted her to be real. You wanted to believe in her light. You hoped she was genuine. You gave her access, time, trust. And now you see that it wasn't mutual. She didn't love your soul. She loved your favor. She didn't care for your pain. She just wanted a seat at your table. She didn't want to grow with you. She wanted to grow from you. And now that you've stepped back, she's scrambling. But she will not recover what was never hers to touch. God says, I am healing you from the residue. I am cleansing your memory. I am rewiring your discernment so that no one ever wears her mask again and fools you with it. This exposure is not the end. It is the unlocking of purpose, of strength, of inheritance. You had to see this. Not just for this woman, but for every spirit that ever used a friendly face to hide a knife. That cycle ends now. You are spiritually upgraded, and what used to feel like confusion will now sound like sirens. You will no longer hesitate when something is off. You will no longer delay when your spirit stirs. You have crossed into new awareness. Now watch how your life begins to shift. Conversations you thought were innocent will come back to mind. You will see things she said and realize the manipulation hidden inside them. You will hear from people who were once blind to her ways and now say something's not right with her. You will feel energy returning to your body. Energy that her presence quietly drained. Your sleep will deepen. Your ideas will return. Your joy will begin flowing again because the spiritual parasite is gone. And God says that is why I sent this message, not just to warn you but to free you. This freedom has a cost. You must now decide what kind of access she has going forward. Will you confront her? Will you block her? Will you allow her to linger in the outer spaces of your life, hoping she'll change? Or will you listen to the full weight of heaven and release her? Heaven has already made its choice. Heaven is already shifting your atmosphere. But your agreement matters. The angels won't override your will. They won't drag you out if you decide to turn back. That's why this moment is still sacred. Because even after the 3 hours passed, you are being given grace, one more choice, one more opening, one more gate. Choose wisely. The next season of your life depends on this decision. Not because she's powerful, but because your energy is. Your focus is fuel. Your attention is sacred. Your loyalty creates legacy. And if you tie those things to the wrong people, the wrong paths, and the wrong spirits, you lose years. You lose time. You lose moments you can't get back. God is not telling you this to punish her. He's telling you this to protect you, because you are stepping into a season of alignment so divine, so prophetic, so surreal, He will not allow it to be contaminated. You're about to meet people who match your light, not mirror it. Match it. They won't imitate you, they'll ignite you. They won't compete with your calling. They'll celebrate it. They won't pretend to support your growth while secretly fearing it. They will hold you up while heaven expands you. And you could miss them if you stay tangled in the energy of someone who was never meant to walk that future with you. There is favor ahead, but favor has a frequency. And the woman God just exposed was keeping your frequency locked in survival mode. You couldn't rise in her presence. You couldn't hear clearly. You couldn't see fully. Her energy was like fog. Her words like spiritual static. But the fog is lifting. The static is silenced. And now in the quiet, you can finally hear what heaven has been saying all along. You were never alone. You were never forgotten, you were always protected. And now you are free. What happens now is no longer about her. She has been revealed. Heaven has made its move. Now you move. Don't let old ties guilt you back into spiritual cages. Don't let the illusion of love pull you back into betrayal. Don't fall for her. I miss you when you know it was never real. This is not cruelty. This is clarity. This is not bitterness. This is boundaries. This is not revenge. This is release. You are rising. So rise without apology, rise without hesitation. Rise and let the light of truth guide you. The trap is no longer yours. The woman is no longer hidden. The clock is no longer ticking. The choice is yours. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore this message. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine moment. Heaven has stopped everything just to speak to you right now. You were meant to see this. You were meant to hear this. A higher hand is moving, and the situation that has been circling around your life like a silent storm is now being revealed. A top government official, yes, someone with unimaginable influence and unexpected connections, is now asking about you. And it's not random. The reason is shocking, urgent, and dangerously tied to something you were never supposed to be blamed for. You are not in trouble in the eyes of God. But there are people who have painted your face into a picture you never posed for. There are signatures, lies, and whispers that have crept into places you cannot see. Things have been said about you behind closed doors. There are records, files, trails of twisted information connected to your name. But heaven is responding. God is not silent. This message is not a scare tactic. It's your spiritual lifeline. God says you need to understand that what is happening is part of something much bigger than you imagined. You think it's just chaos. You think it's just a misunderstanding. But in the spirit realm it is war. A war for your name, your legacy, your freedom, your future. The enemy is desperate. He knows you are on the edge of your divine assignment. He knows your breakthrough is near. That's why there's sudden surveillance. That's why your name is being discussed by people you've never even met. But listen to me now. I am your God and I do not slumber. What they planned for your downfall will be flipped into your divine elevation. Archangel Michael is standing tall with a mighty sword of fire. He has been dispatched personally to oversee this moment in your life. He is watching every movement in the spirit and physical realm. He has seen the forged papers. He has seen the digital trails. He has seen the setup. Yes, they tried to frame you. Yes, someone deliberately inserted your name into something that wasn't yours to carry. But heaven says enough. This is the moment of exposure. This is when their lies collapse. You must stay calm but alert. You must trust what you cannot see. You must believe that even when the world seems to spin out of control, my hand is steady. You are not facing this alone. My spirit is going before you into the office where your name was spoken. My angels are present even where cameras cannot record. That government official was led to you for a divine reason. They saw something. They heard something. They read something that doesn't match the real you. and now their spirit is unsettled. They want to meet you, not to hurt you, but because what they discovered is so unusual, they must see you with their own eyes. You are not supposed to be on any arrest list. But your name ended up there because of someone else's fear, jealousy, or manipulation. Someone saw your rising light and couldn't handle your destiny. They thought if they buried you in a false accusation, you would disappear. But they didn't realize who they were messing with. You are a child of the Most High God. You are covered in divine grace. You are not weak. You are not vulnerable in the eyes of heaven. You are marked with favor. Even now, heavenly hosts are rewriting what they tried to write against you. Archangel Michael has assigned angels of justice to hover over every report, every accusation, every file. Their lies are being exposed in the spirit before they can even take physical form. You must not panic. Fear is a liar. God says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will not allow this to go further than it needs to. I am turning this around." This official was not the enemy's plan. The enemy wanted someone corrupt. But I positioned someone in that seat of authority, who has a conscience, someone who prays in secret, someone who listens to their gut when something doesn't feel right. And that person has seen enough to know something is off. That person has been moved to request a meeting with you. Don't be afraid. I am already in that room. I will fill your mouth with wisdom when you speak. You won't need to defend yourself. My presence will do that for you. There is more at play here than you know. This meeting is not just about a warning. It's an unveiling. Something is going to be said that opens a new door in your life. The exposure of what was done against you is going to reveal people you thought were loyal, people you trusted. Even a relative or old friend may be connected to the setup. But I will shield your heart. I will cover you when the truth comes out. I will hold you when the betrayal is revealed. Because I love you too much to let you stay surrounded by people who could sell your name for comfort or power. You are being protected from what was meant to take you out. The reason you've been feeling anxiety lately, like you can't breathe fully, like something is moving around your life, is because it is. In the unseen, the angels have been battling over your name. Every time you felt a sudden heaviness, it was spiritual activity. But you survived it. You're still here. That's proof that you are stronger than the lies. The attempt to arrest your destiny has failed. This divine alert is not to create fear. It's to give you time to prepare spiritually. You must cover yourself in prayer. You must speak life over your name. You must cancel every demonic word spoken against you. You must wake up every day and declare, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper." You must walk like someone who knows heaven is watching. Because we are God says, I am going to show you who was behind this. I am going to bring a confession you never saw coming. Someone is going to break under pressure and admit what they did. Not out of guilt, but because heaven will not let them sleep until they speak. The dreams they're having, the chills they feel at night, the whispers they think are paranoia. It's all me, says the Lord. I am convicting them. I am pressing them because they touched my child without permission. They played with your name like it was theirs to manipulate, and I do not allow anyone to tamper with my anointed. You are safe. Even if the news feels big, even if it sounds like you're in danger, understand this. The story is changing. This isn't about your arrest, this is about your awakening. This isn't about your fall. This is about your rise. What they plan for evil is turning into the very platform that will carry your voice into rooms of power. Because of this exposure, people will want to know who you really are. You will have a voice. You will have favor. You will have clarity. Don't run. Don't hide. Walk into the conversation with the courage of heaven. Speak truth with love. Let me handle the rest. I am your lawyer. I am your defender. I am your proof. I will send dreams to the official if needed. I will cause sudden insights to fall upon them. They will feel something when they look into your eyes. A peace, a light, a conviction, and they will know the truth. You are not guilty. Archangel Michael says, don't delay in praying tonight. Pray like the wind is about to change direction, because it is. Open your Bible. Speak Psalm 91 out loud. Write down your dreams. Listen closely to your intuition. I am speaking through signs, through numbers, through small whispers. Don't ignore them. Every clue matters. Every word you hear from me is a piece of your protection. There is a short window of time. The official will reach out or send someone soon. The moment will come suddenly. Be prepared. Stay in peace. Stay ready. I have already gone ahead of you. When they see you, they will see light. When they hear you, they will hear peace. When they read about you again, they will sense divine contradiction. Nothing about the report matches the spirit they will see in you. This is where their doubt begins. And your deliverance follows. The setup has failed. The lies are cracking. The false reports are under review by my hand. And when I review, nothing remains hidden. They will confess. They will retract. They will fall silent, and you will rise in glory. Trust me now more than ever. Speak only when led. Move only when I say. Do not tell everyone about this. Keep quiet in front of those who may smile in your face but secretly watch you fall. This is a sacred season. You are being hidden and revealed at the same time. Hidden from harm, revealed for elevation. No harm will come to you. No arrest will be allowed without my permission. Even if someone knocks on your door, you will be untouched because I have sealed your house with my name. I have anointed your head with oil. I have declared your freedom. And no earthly system can override what heaven has sealed. Archangel Michael says this message is not casual. It's urgent. If you ignore it, you may miss the divine preparation that could have spared you spiritual pain. But you have read